5 years ago, I lost my memory in a car accident. Lucas Lynn told me he was my lover. He saved me, took care of me, and we naturally got married. For 5 years, I devoted myself to him, taking care of his every need. I thought I was the happiest wife in the world, but when I was about to tidy up the study, I overheard a conversation between Lucas and his childhood sweetheart, Lucas. Arya has been so dedicated to you these past 5 years. She practically waits on you hand and foot. I'm getting jealous. Lucas fondly stroked her head. Silly girl, all that menial work is what she's supposed to do. I'd never let you do such things. Furious, I pushed open the door and accused Yvette of being a homewrecker. To my shock, she produced a marriage certificate with Lucas, claiming I was the one intruding on their relationship. In the ensuing scuffle, I hit my head on the bookshelf and regained my memory. It turned out I was actually the heiress of the wealthiest family in town. Looking at Lucas, who was still berating me, and the sniffling Yvette in his arms, I turned and dialed my bodyguard's number. Ethan, your young miss has been bullied. Miss Ruan, we've finally contacted you. We've locked onto your location. I'll be there to bring you home within 3 hours. On the phone, Ethan's voice was as steady and reassuring as ever. All right. After hanging up, I rinsed the bleeding wound on my forehead with cold water. My reflection in the mirror was pale, but my eyes were no longer filled with the docility and confusion of the past 5 years. Instead, they were ice cold. My name is Arya Ruan, or rather, I finally remembered that my name is Arya Ruan, the only daughter of the Ruan family. After treating my wound, I came out of the bathroom. Lucas was standing in the upstairs hallway, looking down at me condescendingly, still cradling the sniffling Yvette in his arms. Hey, Arya, if you're not dead, stop pretending. His voice was full of disgust. You could have dodged just now. Why did you deliberately hit the bookshelf? Don't you know you scared Yvette? Come here and apologize to her right now. These outrageously shameless words pierced my heart like a steel needle. I can't believe I played the role of the submissive Arya for 5 years for a man like this. Countless images flooded my mind like a tidal wave. The life that belonged to Arya Ruan was as clear as if it had happened yesterday. Along with it came a surge of hatred. 5 years ago, I woke up from a car accident with no memory. It was Lucas who held my hand and gently told me that he was my fiancé of many years, the only person I could rely on in my life. I believed him, clinging to him like a lifeline as I returned home with him. He not only erased my past, but gave me a false identity, complete with a fake marriage certificate that now seems laughably absurd. For 5 years, I cooked and cleaned for him, managed everything at home so he could focus on his career without worry. I even ate nothing but plain noodles for a month straight to save money to buy him a nice watch. I thought my devotion would earn his cherishment, but everything that just happened made me realize that my 5 years of deep affection were nothing but an exciting game in their eyes. Seeing that I kept staring at him without responding, Lucas's face flashed with inexplicable panic, but it was quickly replaced by impatience. He tossed out a sentence, "Hurry up and make dinner, Yvette's hungry." Then he took Yvette back to the bedroom, no longer paying attention to me. I looked down at my rough hands that should have been playing the piano and painting oil paintings, now covered with calluses and small wounds. With a cold laugh, I returned to my room and locked the door. The time displayed on my phone screen showed 2 hours and 15 minutes left until the 3-hour deadline. All right, I'll play along with you a little longer. Lucas and Yvette came out of the bedroom to find an empty dining room and a cold stove. Their faces instantly darkened. Arya, where the hell are you? Where's dinner? He angrily kicked open my door. I'm tired. I don't feel like cooking, I said. Lucas looked as if he had heard the biggest joke in the world. You're tired? What could a woman who stays at home all day be tired from? Get your ass to the kitchen and make dinner. Oh, I raised an eyebrow. Why don't you let your legal wife cook? After all, I'm just a crazy woman who stole her nest, aren't I? I threw Yvette's words back at them. Lucas's face alternated between shades of green and white. He probably never expected that I, who had always obeyed his every word, would suddenly become so sharp-tongued. Yvette crossed her arms and emerged from behind him, her voice dripping with sarcasm. Lucas, darling, look at her attitude. What's the big deal about asking her to cook? It's like we owe her something. I think you've spoiled her rotten these past 5 years. She turned to me, chin held high. Arya, I suggest you remember your place. You eat our food, live in our house, isn't doing some housework only right? Don't be so ungrateful. I laughed so hard tears nearly came to my eyes. Your house. I stood up and walked towards them step by step, my gaze fixed on Lucas. Lucas Lynn, tell me, who does this mansion really belong to? Lucas's eyes darted around, unable to speak. This mansion was bought shortly after I lost my memory using a bank card he had coaxed me into using. That card, I now realize, must have been from my Ruan family account. He used my money to buy the house, yet had the audacity to make me believe I was dependent on him for survival. And you, I turned to Yvette, that new Chanel dress you're wearing must have cost quite a bit. I wonder which card it was charged to. Yvette's face changed color. I took a step closer, sneering. It was the supplementary card Lucas gave you, wasn't it? Do you know who's been paying off the bills on that main card every month over these 5 years? Lucas's career was just starting, and his income was far from enough to support such lavish spending. All the bills were paid by me. I used to think it was proof of Lucas's love and trusting me with his money. Now I understand I was nothing more than their human ATM. Yvette was left speechless by my questions, but after just a second, she straightened her back. Far from showing any shame, her face displayed a challenging defiance. So what? She shrieked, her voice shrill. Arya, what are you getting so worked up about? If it weren't for Lucas kindly taking you in 5 years ago, who knows which gutter you'd be rotting in right now. Every penny you've spent, every bite of food you've eaten, it's all thanks to Lucas's generosity. Without him, you're nothing. Lucas also shielded Yvette behind him, glaring at me furiously. Arya, what's wrong with you? I work my ass off outside, give you a home, let you manage the money. That's because I trust you. Your money is my money, isn't it? What's wrong with using some of it to buy Yvette a dress? What right do you have to make such a fuss? Don't forget, I've supported you for 5 years. Don't think you can turn the tables just because you got a little hurt. Let me tell you, without me, you're nothing, is that so? I looked at his face, flushed red with guilt, the last trace of attachment in my heart disappearing. I forcefully shook off his hand. Lucas Lynn, we'll soon see who is nothing without whom. But Lucas kept staring at me intently. Who said you could leave me? So what if the marriage certificate is fake? We've lived together for 5 years, our relationship is real, isn't it? Don't worry, to the outside world you'll always be my wife. Lucas darling, sister must be in shock. We should give her some time to accept it, Yvette interjected, seeing the situation. She curled her lips into a malicious smile, deliberately emphasizing the word sister, then she turned to me, her nose in the air. By the way, Lucas, and I had quite a night yesterday. Go change the sheets and wash them, will you? Remember to wash them by hand, they're silk. Don't ruin them in the washing machine. As she spoke, she deliberately thrust out her chest, making sure I could see the love bites on her neck. Lucas also glanced at me, as if everything was perfectly normal. Yvette's right, you should find more things to do, then you won't have time for these silly thoughts. He flashed Yvette a playful, indulgent smile. Looks like you're not tired yet, let's continue tonight. I watched their little back and forth act, feeling like I was watching two clowns putting on a desperate performance. The wall clock pointed to 7:30 p.m. Ethan should arrive in about half an hour. Thinking about finally going home, I couldn't even be bothered to get angry. I just curled my lips into a faint smile. You want me to wash them? Sure. With that, I yanked the filthy sheets off the bed and flung them straight into Yvette's face. Then, taking advantage of her panicked screaming, I dragged her towards the washing machine. My actions caught Lucas off guard. He didn't react for a moment. The next second, I roughly shoved both Yvette and the sheets into the washing machine. Dirty things should be washed together. Ah, Arya, you bitch, let go of me, Yvette shrieked, kicking and flailing. I easily grabbed her wrist. 5 years of housework had made me much stronger than this pampered woman. Lucas finally reacted, rushing over and kicking me hard in the abdomen. The force was so great it knocked me to the ground. He then fished Yvette out of the washing machine and held her in his arms. Yvette cried in his arms, looking utterly pitiful. Lucas, darling, how could she do this to me? My wrist hurts so much. Lucas glared at me, his eyes full of fury. Arya, I really underestimated you. I lay on the ground clutching my stomach, cold sweat beading on my forehead from the pain, his face contorted with rage. Stop pretending, I just kicked you once. Then he viciously stomped on my wrist. The bones made an ominous creaking sound under the pressure. The excruciating pain made me cry out involuntarily. Lucas leaned down, his eyes as sharp as knives. Apologize to Yvette right now. Say you were wrong, otherwise I'll cripple this hand of yours. Toda.